about a week ago, I made a video talking about the Atlantic Division getting tougher and tougher. And guess what happened? It got worse, man, if you can believe it. The Leafs already added Ryan Reeves and Tyler Bertuzzi at the time of that video. Now you can add Max Domi to that list. We talked about the Bruins adding Milan Lucic. And now, most recently, the Senators went out and brought in Zach McEwen. So, unless you're in complete denial, some of the Habs' biggest rivals just added way more beef to their lineup. Way more beef. And while there's nothing that I find more satisfying than watching Arbor Xhekaj hand out some black eyes from Xhekaj, he can definitely use a little more help. So here we go. I'm going to try and sell you guys an idea that you're probably not going to like at all, okay? This is going to be like trying to sell you a glass of piss for $50. But feast your eyes on Brendan Lemieux, who's a free agent right now. He's just 27 years old, 6'1", 215 pounds of Claude Spaghetti. Yes, I'm talking about former Hab Claude Lemieux, who was one of the biggest piss to ever wear skates. That's his son. And this is exactly the type of player that I would insert into the Habs lineup right now, in a season that I already expect him to miss the playoffs, okay? I'm talking about a guy that hits, drops the mitts, chews on Tkachuk's fingers like they're bubblegum, can score goals from time to time, and is just completely unglued. And I already know what you're thinking, okay? Maybe there's no room for him right now in the lineup. There's a lot of guys that are chomping to get into the mix. But if I'm Kent Hughes right now and I'm watching what's going on in the Atlantic Division, I'm already on my way to the city dump with Yoel Armia and Mike Hoffman tied down in the box of my truck, alright? Brendan Lemieux would give fans at the Bell Center way more excitement than guys like Yoel Armia and Mike Hoffman, in my opinion. Unless, of course, your version of excitement is watching paint dry. But you can definitely expect anything from this guy. He did have some injury troubles last season. He only played 27 games in Los Angeles, and he wasn't happy. He wasn't happy with the way that he was being used when he returned from injury. I seen it in an interview. He only managed to muster up 3 assists in 27 games last season, along with 53 penalty minutes in LA, but when he got traded to the Philadelphia Flyers, and I mentioned this on my podcast, Lemieux was playing some really good hockey. He was physical. He was more engaged. He put up 6 points in 18 games, and I'm pretty sure a lot of these were early on. And for a young guy that put up quite a few points in the AHL and in junior, I feel like he's got a lot of unlocked potential. But there's always a but. So far, I've painted a pretty nice picture of him, okay? Yet there is a couple of red flags. Number one, obviously, is his injury issues. Because just like the boys in Montreal, poor Lemieux can't eat a Dorito without having a near-death experience. And red flag number 2, which is the biggest red flag of all in my opinion, is that he's only 27 years old and he's already suited up with 4 NHL teams. So, coincidence? Or is he a nutcase? No, he seems like a real nice guy to me. But obviously, there's a lot more to Brendan Lemieux's story than we even know about. And as long as you can bring a guy like this in here and, not disturb the locker room, I'd be completely fine offering him a low-risk 1-year contract, maybe like a prove-yourself contract for just like $1 million. Just because I think the Habs could use a certified lunatic this upcoming season instead of a couple of floaters that they already have. So again, I know this is obviously going to be a very unpopular opinion, okay? But you have to understand, first and foremost, that I don't expect to see the Habs making the playoffs next season. And if you can add a guy like this to the lineup, to maybe relieve some pressure from RB, and also maybe bite the wrist of Tkachuk's finger off, then I say go for it. So let me know how you feel about this down in the comment section. Don't forget to bite the like button on the way out of here, and hey, I'll see you next time.